Hello everyone, my name is Samuel and today I will share with you a little bit about anxiety and depression for educational purposes as part of our mental health project for Sinai Foundation Canada. Depression and anxiety can affect multiple areas of life, whether it's personal, educational, professional, social, emotional, or health. We can all experience anxiety and depression as they are related to human emotions. Anxiety mainly arises when we feel threatened or worried, while depression mainly arises when we experience a loss, disappointment, or frustration. There are different factors that influence the origins of depression and anxiety. Among the most common, we have the following: genetic factors, temperament and personality, life stress, and early learning environment. All of these can influence our thoughts, behaviors, and sensations. If we have not learned how to deal with anxiety and stress, after a passage of time, an automatic pilot mode can be developed, primarily when experiencing this, which might continually reinforce depression and anxiety. The same way we never forget some habits once we learn how to do them could apply to habits that are automatically responses under situations of stress and anxiety. The automatic pilot response is related to our biological fight or flight response, which consists in preparing the body to react to different perceived threats to avoid danger. However, if this is not properly managed, we might develop symptoms related to anxiety and stress in a frequent basis. Furthermore, people with anxiety and depression often have repetitive thinking patterns related to rumination, constantly thinking about the past, and worrying, constantly thinking about the future, in a negative way. Apart from considering doing breathing and mindfulness exercises, it is important to recognize the way we usually think to comprehend ourselves better and be more self aware. Learning how to identify our symptoms is crucial to better understand ourselves and see how we can apply some psychological strategies to improve little by little. We can start by identifying our common thoughts, behaviors, sensations, and emotions. Some examples of negative behavior patterns are avoidance and procrastination. These two types of behaviors are usually interlinked and are associated with avoidance of situation because of fear or considering that everything will not turn out as good as expected. Something effective to deal with some negative behaviors is to better organize ourselves and start planning activities in advance and keep track how we can make some progress towards them. Also, we can consider breaking down the issue we are dealing with in small parts and move on little by little or applying different basic problem solving strategies. Generally, people with depression or anxiety have difficulty making decisions since they tend to feel overwhelmed by their problems. Let us see a simple strategy to solve problems that could be helpful. This consists of the following 6 steps. Identify the problem, generate possible mental solutions, evaluate the possible solutions, choose the best solution, plan how and when to apply the solution, and finally re-evaluate the final result. Besides, exploring our thoughts is always crucial to address anxiety and depression issues. To reduce the power that negative thoughts have on us, we must first learn to recognize and identify them. We can do so by arousing higher curiosity and paying attention to the present moment when doing any daily activity. We should learn how to better challenge our negative thoughts and have more realistic and optimistic thoughts about life. Negative thought patterns are common thought distortions that we might recognize after practicing identifying our thoughts. There are different types of negative thoughts. In order to monitor them, it is best to start writing them down and constantly evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of maintaining a negative thought and checking if it's really beneficial or useful for us. If it's not beneficial, consider how you could realistically change that thought to feel better and get better results in real life. Apart from addressing our negative thoughts, we can learn how to address our negative behaviors. Gradual exposure is one of the most effective techniques to overcome the bad behavioral habits associated with avoidance. Gradual exposure is being able to expose yourself to the perceived problem through small actions to achieve a certain goal. As you observe improvement after taking the first steps, you must increase toward the next step in order to achieve greater results and so on. Finally, remember that there is always room for improvement in all of us and consider requesting help from someone you trust if necessary. Mental health is essential to have a good life. To find out more about this topic, we share with you a free educational booklet covering in more details what was presented in this video. This booklet about understanding anxiety and depression was made for educational purposes only. You can download it for free in our website sinaifoundation.ca. Thanks for your time.